at it again, baby, and we have another one with Walter Williams. Let's dive in.
Another text for you, Dr. Williams. Hello, Walter. My name is Devin, and I'm a 25-year-old half-black and half-white male from Virginia. I was just wondering what your opinion is on the new political correctness movement and the sudden cry of cultural appropriation from self-proclaimed allies of minorities.
Well, I think we should ignore the so-called politically correct strictures. When people say to me, well, Williams, you can't say that. Oh, I say, well, damn if I can, because the First Amendment of the United States Constitution guarantees me the right. And so
Right on. Free speech, baby. I'm all for free speech. Yeah. It's a shame that, we have to be careful and tiptoe around. Now, I'm not saying that you have to go out here and just be blatantly disrespectful, but there's been situations where I've seen somebody has said something that was just moderately negative about somebody, and like it just blew up into this whole thing. Oh man, this person's a phobe or a ist, or and it's just blown up into this whole ordeal, and it's ridiculous. Simply because you disagree with somebody in a statement, and you aren't careful with your words. It's crazy. Free speech, baby. That's what I'm all about.
So I think that what we ought to do is ignore these people that are demanding that we change our language to accommodate some particular values that they might have.
Front page of the New York Times recently was this article about Halloween. Costume correctness on campus. Feel free to be you, but not me. And it's an article about what is acceptable. And Pocahontas, Caitlyn Jenner, and Pancho Villa are no-nos. Also off limits are geisha girls and samurai warriors. But you can be a Crayola crayon, a cup of Starbucks, or Where's Waldo?
I think that's really going very far. I think our grandparents would be shocked by the kind of things that we accept as that we just accept today. I think we should ignore it.
Do you see political correct?
I agree. I think if we just stop giving the PC culture any type of attention, these people that cry out, "Oh my God, I'm so offended about everything." If we just stop paying attention to them, eventually they'll stop complaining. And also, I just think we've just gotten to a point in society where everything has been so cushiony that people just start creating problems. That's my belief, but you guys can let me know how you feel. People just want to find something to complain about, honestly. And I'm not even trying to be funny, but like, life has just become so easy. We have to find something that's difficult about life. I don't know. Y'all let me know how you feel, though.
At George Mason.
Would be shocked by the kind of things that we accept as that we just accept today. I think we should ignore it.
Do you see political correctness at George Mason?
Probably so, but I ignore it there as well. I don't see it in any of my classrooms, and I'm not politically correct at all. I say whatever I want to say.
Right on.
And my colleagues tolerate me. I've been there. I think I start my 35th year there.
Ooh.
Steve in Arlington Heights, Illinois.
He's literally been teaching longer than I've been alive. That's crazy. A lot of knowledge in that mind right there.
Illinois texts into you.
So tolerate me. I've been there. I think I start my 35th year there.
Steve in Arlington Heights, Illinois texts into you. Can you speak to the anti-Confederate hysteria currently sweeping the nation?
Yes, I think that I think people don't really understand much of the history of our country. And just very briefly, and this is on my website and my articles, and I talk about this, and that is in 1783, there was a Treaty of Paris, and the Treaty of Paris ended the war between the colonies in Great Britain. And if you read the Treaty of Paris, it says that there are 13 sovereign nations. That is, each state was a nation. And these states came together as principals in in 1787, and they created the federal government as their agent. And principals can always fire their agents. And so, and if you read the ratification documents of Rhode Island, New York, and Virginia, they specifically say in the documents that if the federal government becomes abusive of the powers that we have delegated to the federal government, we have the right to rescind those powers. That is, we have the right to secede. And so, so most Americans do not understand the, you know, they think that the war was solely to end slavery, but the war was for much more than that. And so,
yeah, that's interesting. That was what I always thought. And I love these videos because a lot of this stuff is coming to the light that I wasn't taught when I was a kid. I just always thought the war was about slavery, and that was it. Bottom line. The South wanted slavery, the North didn't, so they fought over it. That's what I was taught. And, you know, watching these videos and learning about the actual truth, it's kind of, it kind of annoys me quite a bit, because it's just like, why wasn't I taught the complete truth? Feels like I was taught a part of the truth. I wasn't necessarily lied to, but I wasn't told the whole truth and nothing but the truth, you know, kind of situation. So, you know, as I'm sitting here watching some of these, I'm just wondering, why is that? Kind of weird, you know, but anyway.
To end slavery, but the war was for much more than that. And so, but however, the winners of any war write its history. And so the Confederacy has just
well, that's why. That explains it.
You know, they've gotten really a bad name, and I think that I think that this anti-Confederacy movement is just maybe one more step towards you know, towards abolishing many of our symbols. Now, one can argue whether the Confederacy was right in seceding, and you don't have to be for slavery. You can be against slavery, but that's an independent argument. Did they have the right to secede? And all the evidence suggests, yes, they did have the right to secede, because the states were principals, and they came together and created the federal government. That is, most Americans today think that they virtually think that the states are a creation of the federal government. And matter of fact, that's the way Congress acts, that the states are a creation of the federal government, but it's actually the opposite.
That's what I always thought. The federal government created the states, but it's actually the other way around. Huh. A lot of knowledge being acquired from these videos, which is why, like I've stated previously, it's the reason why these videos are so amazing. You know, us all learning the truth of the entire situation, what we weren't taught as kids, or at least what I wasn't taught as kids. And a lot of you have said that you weren't taught some of this stuff as well. Some of you have said that you were taught, but there's been a good number of you guys that have said that you weren't taught a lot of this stuff as well. So, yeah, it's all about sharing the truth, learning the whole truth and nothing but the truth, like I stated earlier. But yeah, wow, Walter Williams, man. You guys let me know what you thought about it in the comment section below. Like, share, comment, and of course, hit that subscribe button. It's right up over there. Click that button right there before you go, all right? And check out that video right over there too. You might like it. You might. Click it. Peace and love. I'm out.